Alright, math magicians, welcome back to part 2 of Notes Lesson 2.4, and I'm in the middle of explaining to you how to graph linear equations that are in standard form, and I'd like to show you how to find the x and y intercepts. So this is new. This will be some new information. So this will be our second example. So we're still in part C, we're just continuing, and this is our second example. 2x plus 5y equals 20. Okay, that is in standard form. Remember, standard form is ax plus by equals c. So here is a is 2, ax, by, so ax plus by, so b is 5, equals c. Now, this new method, finding the x and y intercepts, so we're going to find the x and y intercepts. I think you're going to like it. It's pretty simple. Now, it'll work really well when the a and the b will easily divide into the c number. So a, does a divide into 20? Yeah, easily. And b, does 5 divide into 20? Yes, it does. 2 goes into 20 10 times. 5 goes into 20 4 times. So 20, the c, is easily divisible by the a and the b, by both of them. When that happens, you'll love this method. Okay, so what we're going to do, this is going to divide up into two problems. So first, I'm going to find the x-intercept, and then I'll find the y-intercept. Alright? To find the x-intercept, you're going to substitute 0 in for y. So to find the x-intercept, you're going to rewrite the problem, 2x plus 5, but instead of y, you're going to substitute 0 in for y. So 2x plus 5y equals 20. But instead of y, you're going to substitute 0 in. Alright, you're going to love this. What's 5 times 0? Well, 5 times 0 is 0. So you're going to have 2x plus 0 equals 20. Well, what's 2x plus nothing? If you have 2x and you add nothing, you're still going to have 2x. And now divide both sides by 2, and you get x equals 10. That's the x-intercept, and you would write it 10, 0, because x, which comes first, is 10. X is first is 10, and what was y? Y was 0, right? We plugged 0 in for the y. X was 10 when y was 0. That's the x-intercept. Okay, now you do the same type of thing, but you're looking for the y-intercept. And when you're looking for the y-intercept, instead of plugging 0 in for y, you plug 0 in for x. So you use the same equation, but x comes out and you plug 0 in. So 2 times 0, 2x, plus 5y equals 20. And now you do fairly simple math. 2 times 0, well, 2 times 0 is 0, plus 5y equals 20. What's 0 plus 5y? Well, if you have nothing and you add 5y, then you have 5y. And then divide both sides by 5, both sides of the equal sign. And you get y equals 4. And that gives you the y-intercept. Now remember, x comes first. In this side, x was 0. and y is 4. Remember, x comes first, then y. So now you have 2 points, and you graph them. So here we go. I'm going to have to move this paper up a little bit. Actually, I'm going to have to go to the next page. Okay, so I've already found the x-intercept is 10, 0, and the y-intercept is 0, 4. These are 2 separate points, and I graph them, and then I graph the 2 points, and I connect them to make the line. So again, equally space as best you can. Graph paper is always a better choice, so I'm not using the wisest choice here. It'd be better to use graph paper. And I graph these 2 points. So the first one is the x-intercept, which is on the x-axis, 10, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 0. There's the x-intercept. And then the y-intercept, 0, 4. That's on the y-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have my 2 points, and I connect the 2 points. And you have your line using the x-intercept and the y-intercept. All right, let's try another example. So this is example number 3. Let's go with negative 1/2 x plus 2y equals 6. And let's try the new method. The new method, remember now this is standard form. ax plus by equals c. ax plus by equals c. So let's try the new method, and let's split this up into 2 problems. Let's first find the x-intercept, and then we'll find the y-intercept. Alright, to find the x-intercept, you plug 0 in for y. So I'm going to rewrite this, but I'm going to change y into 0. So I'm going to write negative 1/2 x plus 2. Instead of y, I'm going to put 0 equals 6. Alright, do the math. See if we can go a little quicker. What's 2 times 0? 2 times 0 is 0. So I have negative 1/2 x plus 0 equals 6. Well, what is negative 1/2 x plus nothing? That just leaves you negative 1/2 x. And now to get rid of that multiplied negative 1/2, I'll multiply both sides by the reciprocal. So I'll multiply by negative 2 over 1. Multiply both sides of the equal sign by negative 2, which is negative 2 over 1. Cancel, cancel. X equals negative 12. So the x-intercept is negative 12, 0. Because x was negative 12 when I plugged 0 in for y. Alright? Now find the y-intercept. So I write the equation, but I plug 0 in for the x. Plug 0 in for x. So here we go. Negative 1/2 times 0 plus 2y equals 6. Okay, so first I plug 0 in for y. Now I'm plugging 0 in for x. Alright? What's negative 1/2 times 0? That's just going to be 0. Anything times 0 is 0. What's 0 plus 2y? 0 plus 2y is just 2y. Now divide both sides of the equal sign by 2, and y equals 3. So the y-intercept is 0, 3. X comes first, then y. Y is 3. 0 was x. 0 was x, and it gave us 3. Alright, I have to go to the next page, and we'll graph this. Alright, so we're going to graph these. The x-intercept was negative 12, 0. The y-intercept is 0, 3. if I had graph paper, that would be better, but I don't. So I'm going to try to do as neat a job as I can. Here's the x-axis. Here's the y-axis. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and I've tried to equally space them. So negative 12, 0 is the x-intercept. So I put a dot there, that's a point. And then the y-intercept is 0, 3. 1, 2, 3. So I put a dot there. And then I connect the dots. Whoa, not good. Try again. And a ruler would probably be, again, a better tool, and I would have been wise to pick up a ruler. All right, I hope this is helpful. Now we need to just try one story problem. So I'll do a story problem on the next video.